Hello, Canada. I'm Tim Hill, mortgage broker with Dominion Lending, Primex Mortgages. With the federal election coming up on April 28th, I've been hearing one big question from clients. How's this going to affect my mortgage? And what does it mean for Vancouver's housing market? Today, I'm breaking it all down for you from a broker's perspective. Whether you're buying your first condo, renewing your mortgage, or just trying to figure out where prices are headed, this video's for you. Let's get into it. We're just about a month away from a federal election that could shake things up. Here in Vancouver, housing's always front and center. Our average home price hit $1.22 million in February, down slightly from last year, while mortgage rates are finally getting below 4%, thanks to the Bank of Canada's 2% rate cuts over the past 8 months. But a federal election? That's a whole different beast. Ottawa sets the rules for mortgages, influences interest rates through the Bank of Canada, and can tweak housing policies that ripple right into our market. The Liberals, Conservatives, and NDP are all in the race, and their platforms could mean big changes or more of the same for your mortgage and our housing scene. Let's unpack what's at stake. Let's start with the Liberals, led by Mark Carney, this time around. They're promising to keep boosting first-time buyers. Think their recent move to raise insured mortgage caps to $1.5 million and stretch amortizations to 30 years for new builds. For a $1.2 million Vancouver condo that could drop your monthly payment by $500 or more, making it easier to qualify. They're also floating a GST break on new homes, under $1 million, shaving thousands off upfront costs. As a broker, I love this for affordability, but it could juice demand and push prices up, especially for condos near SkyTrain lines. Next, the Conservatives under Pierre Poilievre. They're all about cutting red tape to build more homes, promising to repurpose federal land and penalize cities like Vancouver if we don't speed up permits. They also want to ditch the GST on affordable new builds and tweak the stress tests so more of you qualify. Picture this, a relaxed stress test might let you borrow $50,000 more at today's interest rates. Great for buyers, but more demand could heat up our $2.1 million detached home market again. Then there's the NDP. They're pushing heavy taxes on speculators and a massive affordable housing fund. Think 500,000 units nationwide over a decade. That might not cut your mortgage payment directly, but more supply could cool prices long term. Maybe bringing that $750,000 condo closer to reach. Short term though, it's a slow burn. Here's the thing. The Bank of Canada sets rates, not Parliament, but federal policies on lending rules, taxes, and supply can nudge how much you pay or borrow, big time. Now let's zoom out to Vancouver's housing market. We're in a weird spot. February's sales to listings ratio was 14.8%, with 12,744 homes on the market, the most in a decade. Prices are holding at $1.17 million for the benchmark, down 1.1% from last year. It's a buyer's market, but barely. If the Liberals win and their buyer incentives stick, expect a spring rush, maybe 10 to 15% more sales by summer. Condos around $800,000 could see multiple offers again, especially in Burnaby and the Tri-Cities. Detached homes might creep back toward $2 million if demand spikes. A Conservative victory? Their supply push won't hit for years. Think townhouses in Surrey by 2028, but looser lending could spark a quick 3 to 5% price bump. In 2025, first-timers might flood in, tightening inventory fast. NDP in power? Less immediate impact, but their speculation crackdown could scare off investors, dropping condo prices 5 to 10% over a few years. More rentals might ease pressure too. Good if you're waiting to buy. As a broker, I see Vancouver's appeal, tech jobs, lifestyle, keeping demand high, no matter who wins. The feds can tweak the edges, but our market's a juggernaut. Still, election promises could tilt the scales. But it's not just Ottawa. Wildcards could mess with everything. Take the US. Donald Trump's back, and his 25% tariff threat on Canadian goods is real. BC's government says that could cost us $69 billion by 2028, tanking 1 to 5% of our GDP. The Bank of Canada might slash rates below 3%. Think variable mortgages at 4% or less to cushion it. That's a lifeline for borrowers, but a weaker economy might stall sales, especially for Vancouver's $2 million plus homes. Immigration's another curveball. The feds cut study permits by 35% from 2023, meaning fewer students landing in Vancouver. That could soften rental demand. Condo investors might sell off, adding supply. Pair that with federal moves like the foreign buyer ban, extended to 2027. And it's a mixed bag. Lower rates, but maybe less buzz in the market. As your broker, I'm tracking this daily. Tariffs could flip the script, but so could rate cuts. It's a tug of war. So, what does the federal election mean for you? It could ease your mortgage, spark a buying spree, or cool prices, depending on who wins and what hits from outside. Here's my advice. 1. Lock in if you're nervous. Rates at or below 4% are solid. Grab them before tariffs or surprises, push them up. 2. Crunch the numbers. Election promises sound great, but I can run scenarios to see what you qualify for. Hit me up. 3. Be ready to move. Spring could get wild. Have your pre-approval set so you're not stuck watching prices climb. To better understand the potential impact of the upcoming election on Vancouver's housing market, it's useful to look back at how past federal elections have influenced the market. Over the decades, various political parties have introduced policies that have shaped the housing landscape in significant ways. For instance, the 1993 election saw the Liberal Party's rise to power under Jean Chrétien, leading to a series of economic policies that indirectly affected the housing market. The introduction of the GST and changes in immigration policies contributed to a housing boom in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Fast forward to 2006, when the Conservative Party, led by Stephen Harper, came into power. Their focus on home ownership, incentives such as the Home Buyers Plan and the TFSA, provided more opportunities for Canadians to enter the housing market, contributing to a surge in home prices. More recently, the 2015 election brought Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party back into power, with a strong emphasis on affordable housing. Initiatives like the National Housing Strategy aim to address affordability issues, though their effectiveness has been a topic of debate among experts. These historical shifts highlight the profound influence federal policies can have on Vancouver's housing market. As we approach another election, understanding these past trends can provide valuable insights into what might lie ahead for both homeowners and prospective buyers. Public opinion and sentiment play a crucial role in shaping the housing market, especially during election times. As we approach the upcoming federal election, many Vancouver residents are expressing their concerns and hopes regarding the impact it could have on housing. Recent surveys indicate a mixed bag of emotions. Some homeowners are optimistic, believing that new policies could bring much-needed relief to the housing market. They hope for measures that will curb skyrocketing prices and make home ownership more accessible to younger generations. This optimism is often fueled by campaign promises from various political parties, each vowing to address the housing crisis with unique solutions. On the other hand, there is a palpable sense of anxiety among prospective buyers and renters. They worry about potential market volatility and the uncertainty that elections often bring. Many fear that policy changes could either exacerbate the affordability crisis or fail to make a significant impact, leaving them in a precarious position. Public forums and social media platforms are buzzing with debates and discussions. Some argue that increasing immigration policies could put additional pressure on the already strained housing market, while others believe that a well-managed influx of skilled workers could stimulate economic growth and stabilize housing prices. The sentiment is divided, but one thing is clear. The outcome of this election will have a profound impact on the housing market in Vancouver. Understanding public opinion helps us gauge the broader implications of the election and prepares us for the potential shifts in the market landscape. As we navigate these uncertain times, staying informed and engaged with public sentiment can provide valuable insights and help us make more informed decisions. Whether you're a homeowner, a prospective buyer, or a renter, your voice and perspective matter in shaping the future of Vancouver's housing market. As we look towards the future, the outcome of the federal election will undoubtedly shape Vancouver's housing market in significant ways. Let's explore some potential scenarios based on the election outcomes. If the Liberal Party secures another term, we can expect a continuation of their existing policies with potential new measures aimed at increasing housing supply and affordability. This could include further investment in affordable housing projects and incentives for first-time homebuyers. For homeowners, this might mean a more stable market with gradual price increases, while prospective buyers could find more opportunities to enter the market. On the other hand, a victory for the Conservative Party might bring a different approach. Their focus on reducing government intervention could lead to deregulation efforts, potentially making it easier for developers to build new housing. This could increase the overall housing supply, which might help stabilize or even lower prices. However, the impact on affordability and accessibility for first-time buyers remains uncertain. The NDP, with their strong emphasis on social housing and rent controls, could introduce policies aimed at protecting renters and increasing the availability of affordable housing units. If they gain power, we might see more aggressive measures to address housing affordability, which could benefit renters in lower-income households. However, these policies could also lead to increased regulation, which might impact market dynamics and investor confidence. Regardless of which party wins, the election will bring changes that will ripple through the housing market. For homeowners, staying informed and adaptable will be key to navigating these changes. Prospective buyers should keep a close eye on policy announcements and be ready to act on opportunities that align with their goals. Renters should remain engaged in the political process, as new policies could directly impact their living situations. As we move forward, the housing market in Vancouver will continue to evolve. By understanding the potential outcomes of the election, we can better prepare for the future and make informed decisions that align with our housing needs and aspirations. Stay tuned as we continue to monitor the election results and their impact on the housing market. Your ability to adapt and respond to these changes will be crucial in navigating Vancouver's dynamic housing landscape. I'm here to help you navigate this, election or not. Send me an email. Are you buying, renewing, or just curious? Drop a comment below or subscribe for more. Let's tackle this market together. Vancouver. See you next time.